Okay, guys, now we're on to the last part 3, for draft 2, if you used the AI to help you create your outline. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen. All right, so we have here already what we've uploaded. We uploaded draft 2 part 1. We've uploaded our pictures of the screen cap of what the AI gave us, the output of the AI. And then here's the outline that we created already. This is my version, so you did your version of the outline. So now we're on to the last step, part 3. So what is part 3? Part 3 is review the outline, what works, what doesn't work, what you need to include, remove, highlight in orange, any text or writing from the AI. I'm not going to do it. It's okay if you don't do it because there's a lot of little things. But as long as you show me the original picture and what you created, I'm going to be okay with that. So actually, the last thing we got to do is answer some questions. And if you scroll down, you'll see the questions really clearly put here. So for this assignment, part 1, part 2, part 3, right? There's the draft, half a page or more, the screenshots, the outline, inspired but not completely copied from the AI, and now in my own words, explain the answers to the following questions. So I just need to answer these questions. I'm going to create a new document. I like to keep things separate, but you can, if you want to, you can put them all in one document. Just make it clear. Call it create subheaders so I know like what I'm looking at. So I'm just going to copy paste the questions here, and I'm going to separate them out so I can answer them. So here's the first, and literally you can just answer them like this. What did the AI provide you with that you liked and that worked for your essay? So I'm gonna have to go look at the outline. So I like the overall structure of the outline. Like I know, like personally, I know how research works now. And so when I see this, I know that this is a pretty decent approach toward research. So I like the structure and format. I liked some of the talking points or writing points, so I did keep some. If I go back, I liked some of the talking points over possible results. I liked this because it gave me something to look for in my results. Like, oh, I should probably look at how they talk about how they conduct research. I should look at their attitudes. And I should look at any problems they have. So this gives me like a way to start thinking, like once I do my interviews and once I look at my sources, I was like, oh, I can look for these things. So I like that. I'm gonna write that over here. Talking points. In particular, it gave me some idea about what to look for when I do my interviews and when I'm reading through sources. I should be looking for what students say, the challenges they face. Let me see. Their attitudes and how they do it. Their attitudes and how they do it. What did they provide you? What did the AI provide you that did not work, and why? A lot didn't work for mine. If you notice, I was like changing things left and right. I was like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. There were a lot of talking points that were not specific to what I want to do, or just not relevant to the style of writing I take on. For example, I know it was talking about like in the introduction, it had like a section. Maybe I still have the ChatGPT open. No, I think I closed it. But I could look at my pictures and look at the differences I made. So in the intro, I know that it was talking about like the background of research, and I don't really do like histories of, I more like do like for my own personal writing, I more talk about like my own personal history with the things. So I don't really like talking about the generic general history for a lot of reasons. I just don't necessarily think it's relevant. I also think it's kind of like, doesn't make sense for like an essay or a research paper like this where I'm talking about like my personal reasons for doing the research. I think it far removes it. So I should write that here. For example, in the intro, the AI suggested to do a historical review of research, and I am not going to do that. It's more research than I'd like. I think it'll go off topic and it's not relatable to my audience. I'd prefer to go with sharing my own personal history with research. I think that's more relatable for my readers. So that's the answer to why. What was missing? What was surprising? Missing was so I think what was missing was, areas where I could personalize or engage in like building connections to myself and my material or sources. And what I was surprised with, the conclusion surprised me. It just asked for a summary. I hate writing summaries for conclusions. I feel, or I think conclusions should make the audience want to move and do something. But that's part of my own personal style. What changes did I make to it? I made several changes. I completely rehauled the intro to use the info we've already been writing about. I changed how I'll talk about my sources, the lit review. I kept some points that it made because I think it'll be helpful to guide what I'm looking for. But now I think I should add a few more of my own because I may be relying too much on those points. I don't know. I'll think about it. I also changed the conclusion to be more problem solving based. So I'm talking about the changes I made. How do I feel about the changes I made? I am happy with them. I'm happy with them. I can see myself in my outline very clearly. So I'm also proud. That's mostly, well, I'll say that's Bonnie's outline. And there you go. So I answered those questions. And we can answer them as however you feel. Some answers can be short, some can be long. It's just about getting you thinking about like why you did what you did with that outline. And it lets me get into your thinking process as well. So I'm just going to come over here. I browse my computer. I like to save everything in my folder, in my Bonnie's Work for English 1302 folder. And I'm going to call this Draft 2, Part 3. And we're done. So all you gotta do is come over here back to our assignment. So I have Draft 2, Part 1, the pictures of the AI, Draft 2, Part 2, the AI revised with my revision, sorry. Now I'm just gonna attach this little blurb that I made. I kind of just answering the questions that Bonnie wanted me to answer about the changes I made. So draft 2, part 3. Open it, and then I am ready to hit submit. When I hit submit, after I hit submit, it'll show me everything that I have submitted. It won't work on the teacher version, which is what I have, so I can't fully hit submit in front of you guys, but make sure you hit that R submit button and then review what you submitted to make sure that you have all your parts, and then you're done. You are finished with the draft 2. All right, guys, I hope that that was helpful. And I'll also be making a version of this for those that choose not to do the AI. So if you're in that camp, go check out those videos.